Hello everyone, welcome to this first video on SQL. So, in this video series, I'll be discussing how we can query a database using SQL from basics to intermediate level because it is again a very important tool to have if you are pursuing a career in analytics, because many a times your data would be stored in one or another database and you will have to pull data for analysis yourself. There you may have to pull data from one table or a few different tables, but yeah, before looking into the complexity of querying, we'll start with the basics. And as you can see on my screen, I have opened Google Cloud on my browser, and there is one publicly available data set, taxi trips data, which I'd be using in this video series. And again, we will explore a few other data set as well. But yeah, uh, mostly we'll be using this particular data set to understand the concepts. So again, SQL is just another tool to do the same kind of thing which we can do. I mean, if we have extracted data in Excel or Google Sheets or in Python. So here also we would be starting with some basic stuff. So selecting a few columns or applying a filter on the data, those kind of thing, or aggregating the data. But in this first video, we'll just explore the select function, how we can use it to query data from any database. So you can see on my screen that I have used select star from BigQuery public data Chicago taxi trips. So this is the table in which the data is present, and with this syntax select star, I am saying that I want all the columns. So star, I'm not selecting any particular column, I want all the columns from this data. And this last part, limit 100, again this is a good practice to have, because in initial queries you don't know if the result which is coming out is actually what you want. So you should generally restrict the data so that your uses uh, of this particular system is also less, and you don't unnecessarily query the database. Even these queries will also execute fast in such scenario. So when we do select star from table limit 100, we can see I'll run this query again, selecting everything. I'll run this query again, and you can see the result below. Here you can observe that all the columns available in the data set and 100 rows. You can see it's in this page we have 50, so there would be another page from 51 to 100. There would be 100 rows, and all the columns are available. So we have unique key, taxi ID, trips start, timestamp, trip end, timestamp, trip seconds, trip miles, pickup sensor. So all these columns are the output of this query. Now, what if we want to select a few columns? So that we'll have to write. So if we write unique key, okay, now it would give you some suggestions as well. So this is one of the column. Say taxi ID, trip start, time stamp. So we want to pull only these three query columns. So that can also be queried. And you see in the result, now we only have these three columns. So while selecting, and it need not be in sequence, so you can select some other columns as well. So let's see if you want to do that. So I'll just copy this first, and I'll do select star again, and maybe I'll query something, some column from the end. So let's pick something, pick up location. Okay. So first three column, and then I'll do pickup location. So you see, it's giving me in suggestion, and the column type was also shown. So when I select all these column and I run this again, this is how the output look like. So it not be in sequence. You can select any uh, column from your data, and even this sequence can also change. So if you want unique key at the end, that is also possible. You need not be at the first at the first column only. So if I do this, here you see in the output you have unique key at the end. So this is the flexibility that you have when you are querying the data set. You can produce a result as per your requirement. Now, just quickly talking about the interface here. So you can see that the database which are available here in Google BigQuery public data uh, is showing here, because I have clicked on this option to show starred only. And then this, I have saved this query as well. So you can save this query. So this is already saved, and you can save it as new as well. So it is showing here in the project queries. So this is all for this first video, where we just explored the select function. In fact, we can create new columns as well while selecting. So we'll explore these things in the coming videos. So I hope you like this video, the basic just to start with SQL. So do subscribe my channel and share it amongst your friends. See you in the next video. Thank you.